wanna be rich, I wanna be famous, I wanna have lots and lots of money.
Go. So this is how Sauti Sol started. This is how it started. It all started. We were in high school together. Savara, who's missing? Me and this guy over here, Baraza. We met him after high school at Allianz. They bumped into each other with Bien. They were going for the same auditions. And Bien just brought him over and was like, yeah, we have a guitarist. And then we used to practice at the park. That was after high school, practice at the Central Park here. And eventually we just started getting gigs, small gigs, weddings, little weddings, performing acoustic shows, funerals, birthday parties. I mean, name it.
Circumcision ceremonies.
Circumcision ceremonies.
No place I'd rather go.
I don't think it's hard. I think accountants have a harder time than musicians. Us guys wake up at 11, we sleep at 3 a.m.
But this is our life.
But this is our life, yeah. It's so easy.
I mean, we're doing what we love doing, and what the part that wasn't easy, of course, is getting to where we are right now, because the processes before were like too. You just wonder, like, when do you get like a turning point? But then when you get a turning point and your life moves on to a different stage, you still get stresses with the stage of life with which you're at. And then you feel like, I still want to I need to move on to the next level. So even now, I mean, we love what we're doing, but it's not like, it's all roses and ice cream.
Of course, it's hard, especially for family, because that's what matters the most. And we don't get to see our families as much as we'd like. But but we make a deliberate effort every once in a while to go home. I go home every weekend just to eat my mom's food.
Well, this album we call it Mwanzo on steroids. So whoever has listened to Mwanzo knows what we are talking about. So it's mainly like the sound that people know us for, as Sauti Sol, and just putting on, like adding stuff on it, and just putting new stuff on it, and making a new sound with it. So, like, there are many influences from the songs that we used to listen when we were young, when we were kids. All the Congolese music I used to listen to, all the African influence, and whatever is happening currently in the music scene in the world. So, just draw influence from all over. And the good thing is that we are 4 people in the band, so everybody just brings in their own, whoever that they're listening to or whoever has influenced them, just bring it to the table.
And even in terms of influence, I'd say, like, when we started out, the influence and what made Mwanzo what Mwanzo was or is that it was, we had that Afro acoustic kind of sound. So we had the Lukwakanzas, who are our influence. Then I think we moved on to a more, I don't know. There was a time we had like a proper Coldplay Queen influence. Then now we're just probably in a Stromae influence kind of thing. The mixture of, just how African music can be popified. And that, so we've had different influences that have really determined how we've done our albums. Yes, and so we never really have like something in particular or someone who we, just want this one person that we look up to. We always just we're spoiled for choice.
I live and die in Africa.
Artists have this curse where they build and then demolish and then build again and then demolish until they have what they feel satisfies them. And for us, we didn't come to a point where we got what we wanted. We just built, demolished until our management said, no, you're going to have to put this album out by this time. Because if it wasn't for them, we kept on writing new material, we kept on getting inspired by different things. And even if you listen to the songs we recorded earlier in the album, we had a lot less experience in like producing our own album. Like this was the first time we're doing it. So I think you just build and demolish. And for us, we got to that point where we had to put the album out, but we recorded like 50 songs.
Yeah,
Still have so many.
It took us 2.5 years.
That was like Live and Die in Africa was 2.5.
We recorded it 2.5 years ago.
Yeah, 2.5 years old by the time it was being released.
Yeah.
The song. So there's all these songs that you see are the ones I think which have stood the test of time. Like we listened to them 2.5 years ago and we still feel the same about them now. They're not timely, they're timeless. Of course, if they're not timely,
They're timeless. For sure, we will.
I mean, why not?
We have so much
But you
in
see,
our vault.
in Swahili they say akiba haiozi. It means what you leave, what you save, savings never rot. So I think those songs will reinvent themselves in
It's kind of like recycled
in new life forms
You'll still reuse tires,
in the future.
plastic bottles.
Yeah.
Like,
There's nothing wrong with them.
Recycle.
Either they were ahead of their time, some of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wanna be rich, I wanna be famous, I wanna have lots and lots of money. It's all about the cloud.
It's just cheaper. It's cheaper.
It is
don't be.
cheaper, much more convenient.
It's cheaper. It's convenient. Producers are stubborn. If someone is supplying you the product and they are not in your shoes, they don't know the urgency that you require.
And you can do it in your time, you know. Like we were recording, we'd go to the studio in the morning and leave whatever time we want.
Yeah.
No time restrictions. Your creativity is to the maximum.
If you was a producer, you come with that mindset. Oh, we have 2 hours.
There's this time.
So we have
Those
to
were
finish
such
a song
simpler
in
times,
2 hours. Yeah. Those are very simple times, but expensive times though. But when you're self-producing, is one of the best things ever.
Yeah. But and also just
Yeah.
for us to be able to give people what we want. You know, so many times you're working with a producer and maybe you and the producer clash on artistical
He or
differences.
she will want to tweak it the way they want.
or they want to
their
tweak it the way they want. So
identity.
this is for us
So
guys
it's
to
just-
express ourselves in how we feel.
And even
This
like,
is us guys naked.
in terms of emotion, but in terms of quality, it's still we like this album, for example, is like for us we feel it's a really amazing quality for considering as well how we started out and how we from the production of this album and to writing of the songs and to laying everything together. It has such a raw feel, especially when the songs are just done in the studio, and it's so weird such that by the time they go to like mixing or mastering, for mixing, sometimes the song comes back and it doesn't have that rawness that it had when we did it in the studio. The song still needs to go for mixing, yes, but then as well, that's another thing I guess we'll have to pick up on our own. Like we'll have to mix and master our own things now. Yeah.
It's been good. Before we had that Suryako hype, we did play overseas, but for a different kind of market. We played for the predominantly just white people, non-Africans. So we played for that market, the world music market. But when we started to do more like African pop songs, we are now getting an African diaspora, which is beautiful because we're getting people from, I'm from Uganda and I love Sauti Sol. I've come to the concert, Mozambique, Malawi, Angola, Nigerians, Ghanaians, and it's a good blend of Africa, and it's just nice to see what music does to the African diaspora, like to see that they can identify with home through our music. We are releasing content like crazy.
So
man.
much content.
We just want to
can't
choke
wait.
people with content now.
Like we want to get to that point. Like even yourself is just like like I'm too much. I'm too much already. I'm like, of course, eventually we'll probably take a break.
Yeah.
You never know.
Hopefully, like we're gonna do content and music for like 2 more years, and then we take a break
Chill for a bit and then come.
for like a year, so that Polycarp can go and find his soul in India. Chimano can just go and do weird things. Yeah, Chimano can go do weird things in Thailand.
But this year, though, we have a couple of tours. We're planning a Kenyan tour. Dates are yet to be announced. We have our Valentine's show, which is the first show. We'll play our new set and new songs and just lights, camera, action, that kind of thing. Then after that, we'll do a whole East African tour. And then later on we'll go to Europe and maybe the States, but then that is still hanging, that we don't really know. And apart from that, it's just content. Yeah.
Itabidi nikulinde, nikutunze, mama, usikose lolote.
Like everything different. Like no song sounds the same as it did before or in the CD. There's a lot of soul and life injected into the songs. It's going to be a lot of fun.
There's a lot of everything goes well. The stage setup as well. The what is it? Is it the props? The props, the screen, like how everything's going to be set up. Yeah, we hope to create an experience. So yeah, that's it, and just take live performance to the next level. Because already, we've done a lot. We've done a lot of live shows, and we've experienced a lot, and we've seen a lot of live shows as well. So for us, it's about taking it to the next level, taking what we've seen out there in the gigs that we've gone to, the big acts that we've watched, managed to watch, and emulate or bring what they did and bring it here and give people quality, but in our own way. Quality and an experience.
Of course, this album is the worst album.
This will be the worst.
This will be the worst. No, I don't know. We hope so, man. Yeah. We hope so. We're just working. We're not stopping the hustle.
Everything is growth,
we'll keep on releasing.
Wherever the songs came from, they'll come from there still.
There's so much more songs in the bank.
Same place, yeah. We're gonna give you the cliche answer.
Yeah, we're gonna give you the cliche answer.
They're all our babies. We love them all equally.
Mama, usiende popote. Moyo wangu ushakubali, umenikalia.
They want to be famous so quickly, without, going through the steps that are needed to be done.
I don't think people think of longevity really in terms of. I mean, this is a labor of love, man. It doesn't matter even how famous you become with your first hit. You just have to be prepared for a lot of expectations and backlash, and you just have to be able to look forward and think of where am I going to be in 2 years, because as well this market is very, fickle, unforgiving. It's just so let me call it bad, if quote unquote, if you can't handle yourself, or you think that, I'll just do this one song, or when you're a star already, you forget that you still have next year and the other year, and then what is your legacy? What's your longevity plan? What do you want?
There's no pressure. First of all, my advice to young artists, for me, would be to just work on your craft. Be a slave of your trade. Invest in your craft. Learn how to play an instrument. Pay for a voice class. Just learn something musical. If you want to have
you have YouTube University.
If you want to have a sprint of a career or a marathon of a career, it's all dependent on how much you invest in your trade. So that's my piece of advice. Do we ever get any pressure? Nah, not really. People get pressure, people who compete with other people.
Yeah.
And we just don't feel like we're in a competition with anybody except ourselves to be better.